Right now on Denver 7 News, they may be beautiful, but they're also dangerous. This week, Colorado's waterways claiming more lives. Hear the urgent warning from officials on staying safe out on the water.
School districts are facing challenges hiring enough teachers for the fall. The growing role educators working remotely could play. And tens of millions of people are dealing with long COVID. How music therapy could help ease some of the effects.
Plus, one of the largest drug seizures in history happening on a Colorado highway. Hear about the wiretap investigation that led to that bust. Thanks so much for watching Denver 7 News at 4. I'm Jason Grenauer. It is a weather action day today, so let's get right on over to meteorologist Stacey Donaldson. Stacey, whole bunch of watches, whole bunch of warnings going on out there right now.
That's right. Strongest thunderstorms are east of I-25. We have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect here for Metro Denver and the Eastern Plains until 9 p.m. tonight. Up in the high country, we have a flash flood watch in effect until 8 p.m. But all those smaller little boxes you can see are either tornado warnings or severe thunderstorm warnings. And once we put all of the weather on top of this map, you can see just how much we have going on here across eastern Colorado and for the Denver area as well. So a tornado warning in effect until 4:15 north of Carville and southeast of Lyman. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning in that area as well. Here in Denver, we have rain coming in from the southwest, moving on through. No severe thunderstorm warnings here, but we do down to the south from Perry Park to Woodmore. And we're going to keep an eye on this storm as it passes to the south of Castle Rock. A lot of lightning associated with that. Also, that tornado warning near Clifford and Hugo. So stay inside if you're in that area. As we go off to the north, you can see intense weather here to the east of Bennett, and to the north here, a new warning here south of New Raymer, that tornado warning in effect until 4:30. So we're watching a lot here as we go through the rest of the afternoon. Keep your eyes to the sky. Rapidly changing weather conditions.
And we'll check back with you in just a little bit, Stacey. Thank you. And that rain means higher water levels. The warm summer months have many Coloradans looking to take advantage of our state's waterways. But a new warning tonight after 2 people died this week while tubing and rafting in an unauthorized area of Clear Creek. Denver 7's Colette Bordelon joins us live from Golden. Colette, it's more important than ever, really, to only use those designated tubing areas.
Jason, where I'm at in Golden right now, this is one of the great places. At least it's safer for anyone to tube, raft, kayak, whatever it is that they want to do out here on the water. But as you head up west and more into the mountains, the canyon, it starts to narrow. There's more large rocks, basically more opportunity for accidents to happen. 2 deaths in only 4 days. Both happened in the area you can see there on that video. That's near Tunnel 1 along US 6. The main message from Jeffco Open Space is that Clear Creek is not safe west of Grant Terry Bridge. However, no part of Clear Creek should be guaranteed as safe. Along the creek are flags showing how fast the current's moving. And even though today is yellow, those with the fire department say that's when they make the most rescues, is on those yellow flag days. I spoke with a kayaker who's seen how some people act on the water and wishes everyone would take it just a bit more seriously.
Almost no one had life jackets on. Almost no one had helmets on. A lot of beers are in people's hands. And like, I get it. It's really fun to drink on a river. But I think a lot of people don't realize that this isn't a whitewater amusement park.
So that was Rebecca McGeehee, who is a kayaker I talked with. She knows river safety well. She's done it as jobs in the past. She wishes that life jackets were required out here on Clear Creek, but those with Jeffco Open Space say that is difficult to enforce. It's all about finding a balance between safety and giving people that opportunity to come out and enjoy this outdoor recreation experience. Live in Golden, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
Colette, thank you. Highway 125 in Grand County is closed because of a mudslide near the East Troublesome Burn Scar area. It's unclear when that road will reopen. I-70 through Glenwood Canyon was also closed for part of yesterday because of flash flood concerns. People are starting to leave the Rainbow Family Gathering in the Route National Forest near Craig. The U.S. Forest Service says there were close to 7,200 people there yesterday, down from 9,000 a few days ago. Officials have made several arrests relating to fentanyl, and more than 400 citations have been given. The Forest Service is meeting with Rainbow family members who will stay to clean up the area. The gathering is expected to wrap up tomorrow. We're learning more today about the biggest fentanyl powder seizure on a U.S. highway ever, and it happened right here in Colorado. Back on June 6th, police stopped a car on I-70 near the Eisenhower Tunnel. They found 114 pounds of pure fentanyl powder. The Denver DEA revealed today that the investigation began last December with a single drug purchase. Eventually, that turned into a large-scale investigation involving a wiretap, which led to multiple drug busts and arrests.
So in my opinion, bulk fentanyl quantities like this hold the caliber of a weapons of mass destruction type concern. When we take into consideration the worst possible outcomes of this poison being pushed out en masse in our communities. I've never seen anything like this, ever.
A grand jury has indicted 8 people. Carla Ramos Vasquez is accused of running the operation through a money transfer business out of Denver.
The job market is getting tighter. There were almost 400,000 fewer job openings in May compared to April, according to federal data that's out today. Now, for now, though, things are still good if you're looking for a job. 6 million people were looking for work in May. Compare that to the 11.2 million open jobs, well above pre-pandemic levels. But experts believe that gap will close quickly as federal leaders try to control inflation.
So it's not just that you're going to see the job openings drop, you're actually going to begin seeing layoffs.
The manufacturing industry is being affected the most. The number of open jobs fell from 10 million in April to 8 million in May. Firms are cutting their projections due to falling demand for things like furniture, appliances, and exercise equipment.
As we're normalizing from COVID, what we're seeing is people resuming their activities, going out, traveling, and so on. But when they do that, they're shifting away from manufactured goods.
While most industries are cutting back, the hospitality industry still needs help. Almost 1 in 10 hospitality jobs were open in May. And in a recent survey, 97% of hotels said they were short-staffed. The childcare industry is also still struggling to get enough workers, and now it's dealing with inflation on top of that. And that's causing daycare owners and parents to make some tough decisions. At one nonprofit childcare center, their operating costs are up between 30 to 35%. The rising cost of food, rent, power, supplies, and workers' pay are factoring into that. Now this fall, they'll be raising tuition for the 3rd time in 12 months. It adds up to a 30% increase for some families.
It's happening everywhere. To keep the doors open, this is what has to happen. And it's going to continue to get worse.
Nationally, at least 15,000 programs have closed permanently during the pandemic. There are 11% fewer child care workers than before the pandemic, and this is also making it hard to meet demand.
We just don't have enough teachers to be able to get the amount of children that we used to have into our buildings.
The median wage for child care workers is just over $13 an hour. Now, a growing number of parents are blaming social media for their children's deaths.
It breaks my heart. I mean, we're not talking just one, we're talking hundreds.
We're looking into the increasing number of lawsuits trying to hold social media companies accountable and the impact a first-of-its-kind bill addressing the issue could have nationwide.
Also coming up, Colorado ski resorts are being forced to make a big change. Why they're spending millions on new snowmaking equipment. That's next.